Okay, I have no earthly idea how this is going to turn out, but I'm going to attempt to play the front nine of Pine Coast in my league match against TeddyKGB with this new stream setup that I've got. This is actually my very last week 2 match, and like I said, never attempted to record this way, and had some new ideas about some ways I could do some setups. I figured I might as well give it a shot. I hate this pin. Alright, I'm going to take off about, actually, a little further over, and take off about 8%. And I screwed it up. That's alright. It's going to work out. Turned out just fine. Probably had a little bit of an echo there for a second. I just realized my PC audio was on, so I turned that off. Okay, I think this pin is ripe for a little bronze T jab cram. Let's try that. Now I'm just trying to decide if I want to take anything off of it or go full. How'd that not go in? Goodness. I cannot believe that didn't go in. Fuck. Oh, let's see. On to the next one. I actually really like this hole. Lots of opportunities to go after a hole out, and very frequently doesn't work out the way I want it to. I think I'm gonna play right over to this little spot over here. There we go. That should give me a look at it. And I don't think 5 wood's gonna get there. I think that 4 wood should be about right. Now, my experience says that this green always moves right to left, way less than it actually says it does, because of the elevation change. So I think I'm going to do this, and let's see, 272. I go like 99. I should have gone 100, and it did move less than I thought it would. Still, can't complain about that too much. Alright. I hate this hole with an absolute passion. So I was actually watching somebody the other day play down here. I attempted to do that early on, and I missed it so often that I've never really attempted it again. I almost always play right over here to this island. But the problem with that being, it can be a tough landing as well. There we go. I hate playing this hole with right to left wind coming over to the island. With this wind, it's not too bad. Oh, I'm just looking at this, wondering if it's going to make it up there or not. Yeah, I think that'll be safe. You know, there really is a lot of memorization that comes into this, and honestly, I just do not play enough. Alright, I had to answer a phone call real quick, but I'm back. And gonna try to figure out. Oh, shoot. I almost messed that up big time. Okay, gold tee. Move it over here. And figure out what I need to do to shoot that gap. I am absolutely, again, just another one of those scenarios where you need to have these memorized. And I just don't. I don't know if a medium gold tee 5-wood makes it through that gap. My guess is no. But if I go low tee, 4-wood, I'm guessing it will. I'll give that a shot. Alright, just need to take off about 5%. Ooh. Oh man. Man, it's very unusual for me to get this kind of GSP. So I'm happy so far. GT par round with some good GSP, and I won't complain. This is a hole that I've actually gotten a surprisingly high number of holdouts on. It's not particularly easy, but this is a really nice pin placement. Take off % or two, and let's see what we got. Should have gone 100%. More GSP. I'll take it. All right. Where's our pin at? Don't like that one. If I come down here, have a little bit better angle at it. That's probably what I will do. So there's really two plays here. I can come down here. I really prefer to be in the other, in this tee box right over here, if I'm going to do that. Or I can play it into these trees here, which plays really fine. But then, you know what? The wind's going to be fairly straight. I think I'm going to do that actually. Now the question is, do I try to maniacs it and get it in there, or do I just, you know what? I can just play it right like that. Go here, I'll hit the trees, I'll knock it down, and I'll play it out of the rough right there. That is good enough for me. So, get a sniper on it. This is actually not a bad spot for a grabber shot. Let that wind carry it, let that grabber bring it back a little bit, and take off just a little bit. Come on, get up there. There we go. Oh man. Well, I'm really glad that I'm recording this round because this is literally the best round I have played in an extremely long time. My goodness. Can't get much closer. Alright, what do we got? This has actually been a pretty easy setup for this course. And again, on this hole, just really nothing that's got to concern you too much. Just let the wind carry it out to the right and let the slope of the green bounce it back to the left. Yeah, I think that's about it right there. I do frequently, I push that one a little bit. Frequently get my distance control off on this one, but not today. I literally might be setting an all-time record for most GSP in a single round. I don't know what that would be for me. I know for a fact this is going to be a record in league play, unless there's something I'm not thinking of. See, and here's the problem, is I try to get cute with things whenever I have a good round, when I probably should just stick this one close with sniper. Ugh, I really don't like this spot between clubs though. Do think that's gonna work just fine. Oh, come on. Okay, that'll work. Alright, let's see if it's enough. I don't even know if Teddy's played his side of it yet or not. Got 13 under, 87,951. Oh, nice. And I will go into the back with a 2-stroke lead. Yeah, that was set up for a lot of GSP because we both definitely stuck it close on a lot of holes. He dropped one on 4 and 7. All right, on to the back. All right, I'm going to move right on to playing the back 9 here. Checked the recording, and it looked like it was actually working and giving. Looks like the sound levels are fine and everything. So pretty pleased with that for a very first time attempting this. Now, I will go ahead and say that the back 9 of Pine Coast is. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. My distance control is off. It's just not enjoyable for me to play at all. That being said, we can give it a shot. This is a wind where I believe. You know what? I'm actually going to get back out of this. Got to replace that gold tee. This is a wind where I think the sniper will allow me to get there without a maniacs. But if so, I'm definitely going to have to place it. You know what? It's just not going to work. Alright, I'm going to change my approach here. Go with maniacs. Going to set it further back in the tee box. And I'm going to hope we're able to stick this close enough for a putt. Just don't get wet. Oh, shit. Come on. Damn it. Not the way I wanted to start. Okay. That. Right about there. Come on. Ah! Didn't count for enough movement on that green. Well, potentially drop 2 strokes there. Just gotta move on to the next hole. And not worry about it. Alright. So I know that there is a more aggressive play here than what I'm about to do, but I just don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable, and I honestly just have not practiced it enough to go after this pin. So, now I do aim putt on occasion, although switching to the iPad is definitely way less often than I used to. I don't know why. It's just worked better for me for whatever reason. So, because of that, you will see me almost always using a swipe putt method. 267, 255. I really don't know that that 6-wood right there is going to clear. And it's on the skinny part of that green right there too. It's also right behind that really elevated portion. So I'm going to over aim to the right a bit. And shoot. Or I'm gonna go with 5-wood and take off 10%. 8%. So I'm gonna do Come on. That's even worse than I would have done with the other. Golly, what a spot. I really don't think I've ever hit this shot before. And because of that, like, what you don't want to do is you don't want to land right here on this hill and be left in a spot where you're just going to like roll into the water. Okay, that'll work. Happy with that. I mean, not happy with that first shot, but given where I was, I am happy to have pulled it out like that. Okay, let's get it together. It's an interesting angle here. Play right through here. A little bit. Of a curve on it. I'm a maniac, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Come on. Ah, that's not where I wanted to be. I mean, I can definitely save it from here, but it's not what I wanted to be playing. I'm honestly not sure if it's going to clear those trees. This difference between the front and the back is very normal for me, unfortunately, and it just shows how much I really should play this game more if I'm gonna step it up to the next level. Alright. I sure am giving Teddy a chance to get back into this match, and it's not what I wanted to be doing. Probably still have a pretty sizable GSP lead, but really in danger of just straight up losing it on strokes if I'm not careful. I'm really bad about undercompensating for wind on those shots with the short wedges. 328, 323. The wind here is extremely favorable. That pin is definitely tucked over there. But really the only danger here is just overshooting. Honestly, I think this is a 100% kind of shot, but I'll take a little bit off of it to be safe. Oh! Burn the edge. Okay. That would have been nice to get one back there. Alright, now this is the hole you always wonder what your setup's going to be, and this is my favorite one. Now, that does not mean that I'm actually going to do what I want to here, but definitely is my preferred setup. Because if you can get it in the fairway over to this last little finger here, you can almost always get it up onto that green. Now, whether or not you actually have a good shot from there, I've actually never played it. Okay, I had to step away for a second. So, I'm just going to play it right over here. I think that I've got enough distance that this won't be an issue. I'll play it a little bit left, just in case it comes up short. And I'm glad I did, because otherwise I would have been that fringe up there. Now, Maniacs. I'll play it right to the fat part of the green right there. A little bit more. Get it. Ah, shit. I really thought that was going to be enough to make it. But it wasn't. I am really curious what he shot here, because I'm not doing anything to deserve this win. But you never know. I'm glad that made it up there. So this is one where I'm definitely going to aim for this putt. And yes, I use this little thing right here to swipe. Got it. Lost connection. I'm going to pause this real quick while I get my gameplay back. Okay, I've got my gameplay back now. Not sure what happened there. This is actually a chance to play around the trees, which doesn't seem to happen very often. Now that doesn't mean it's going to wind up any better for me, because it's still a tough shot. You've got quite a bit of uphill elevation. You've got a little bit of headwind, taking off a little bit of distance. I'm going to be curving it around. Also takes off just a little bit of distance. So I think I'm actually going to club up to that 6 wood. does. Ah, too long. What's going on here? For some reason, forward swipes, not wanting to register. Ah! Alright, well, new see what he shot. And yes, it said I made the leaderboard. It's literally the first round I've ever played Pine Coast back on my iPad. So, 26,000 more GSP. And he is not played yet. Alright, so we will see what that does later. Have to stay in suspense a little bit longer, I guess.